Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
It's really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 131 here of Weather Weekly. Good to be with you again. Sorry for the lateness here. At least we're not going to be a day late. We're just going to be a few hours late with this update here, but obviously it's been quite active if you've been paying attention to the weather. Severe storms on Sunday kind of wreaked havoc to my podcasting schedule a little bit. We had a tornado go right by my house. If you don't follow me on social media, I posted the video. I was actually just updating stuff from home. We were fully staffed here back at the studio, and so I was trying to do what I could from home. And we ended up getting a tornado warning, and then looked out my back door, and there was a tornado. Thankfully, we have no damage around our area. I specifically, you know, my house and our neighborhood specifically, but unfortunately just about a mile away is where some of the damage was located down in Johnson County. So we're all okay. We'll give you updates. They're gonna, as I'm recording this, there's actually National Weather Service survey teams that are out in several different locations, including that Greenwood, Bargersville, New Whiteland area with tornado damage. I think there's also a crew going down into Martin County and Monroe County as well, and maybe Greene County. So we'll give you updates as we get them on the rating and the path and the damage that's all been done as we kind of sit and dissect that. But hopefully a little more quiet weather forecast as we look ahead to this week ahead. It's the last week of the month of June. We'll talk about it next on Weather Week. All right, it is the week ahead of June 26th, 2023, and it is the last full week of the month of June. We're going to be rolling into July. Holiday week is next week, and here we go. Boy, did it feel like summer, you know, not even just, you know, counting the severe weather that we had for Sunday afternoon, but both days were around 90, and the air was just super muggy, especially on Sunday, too, before those storms really started to fire. Going to be a little bit more quiet, thankfully, going into the early part of this week. We'll start with Monday, the 26th. We'll see mostly cloudy skies. It's going to be a little breezy at times with winds out of the west, maybe around gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour. I don't think it's going to be overly problematic. And we'll finish with a high of around 78 for the afternoon. And there is an isolated chance for a shower or storm. Don't cancel plans. Most areas are going to be dry. But there is that, you know, isolated chance there could be a brief little downpour. Nothing severe expected. Going into the overnight, leading into the morning of June 27th on Tuesday, should be fairly quiet, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Comfortable temperatures with overnight lows right around 63. Tuesday should be a dry day. We'll call it mostly cloudy and a high of 79. So a little bit below average for this time of year. We really start to crank up the heat here as we roll through the middle of the week. Wednesday, we'll go dry conditions, mostly sunny skies, not super humid. We'll go with a high of around 83 for your high after waking up to lows in the upper 50s. So quite comfortable in the morning. That would be on the 28th. Heading into the 29th, Thursday, we will dial up the humidity and the heat as well. Morning lows around 61 and 87 for your high, partly cloudy skies. Daytime hours are going to be dry. After that is when the pattern starts to turn a little active. Let's go to Friday. Friday is the 30th of June. Morning lows into the mid 60s, so pretty warm, and afternoon highs around 90. And I also have a scattered shower and thunderstorm chance. It's still a little too far out this early on as we're recording this on Monday for any details on severe weather, but I do think there's some ingredients that we need to at least be on alert that there could be the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms on Friday, the 30th. Same thing for Saturday, the 1st. Scattered showers, storms, hot and humid. morning lows around 70 and a high of 88. So we're going to be near 90. And I think both of those days, both Friday and Saturday, heat indices, because the dew point will be going up quite a bit. We'll probably have feels like temperatures into the mid and upper 90s, maybe close to 100 degrees. So not fun in terms of being outside. Sunday, I just have a chance for showers. That would be on the 2nd. Morning lows into the mid 60s and afternoon highs into the mid 80s. And then I do have dry weather for the 3rd with highs in the mid 80s and overnight lows into the mid 60s with sunshine. If you want to look ahead to the 4th of July, next Tuesday, looks dry as well. Numbers holding into the mid 80s. So that's a little bit far off, and that's, again, past the 8-day. But since it is a holiday, I did want to mention that because some areas maybe, or some people may be taking an extended holiday weekend there. So looking better as we head into early next week, but quite active. Hopefully we can avoid the severe weather as we go into the days on Friday and Saturday. But boy, do we need rain. We saw the ongoing drought. There was a lot of areas, even with all the activity that we had on Sunday, that just did not pick up much rain. The 7-day rainfall estimates have us at about 1/3 of an inch. There could be obviously some isolated higher amounts under some good downpours. So if you only get 1/3 of an inch, you're not talking drought busting rain, unfortunately. So we will keep an eye on that. We'll have your extended 8 to 14 day outlook coming up next here on Weather Week. All right, let's put the wraps up here on episode 131. Quick stats for you here, and we'll have the full recap of the month of June in next week's podcast. Let's go with precip. Not great. We still are not even up to 1 inch of rainfall here in Indianapolis. It's 0.90 officially. We are down 3¼ inches from normal. And we're below the very low amount that we had last June, which was 1.15 inches at this time. We've been so dry now that since January 1st, remember, leading into, really May, we were above average since January 1. Now we're below average, 18.5 inches for the year. We're now down 3.87 inches so far. So not a good place to be. And again, we're in the heart of the growing season. These are supposed to be the wettest months, and it just has not been. Not a good situation. 8 to 14 day outlook here. Near normal temperatures for most of the state. There is a low end chance for above average temperatures in northwestern Indiana and a low end chance for below average temperatures along the Ohio River in southern Indiana. If there's any good news, there's a low end chance that we're leaning toward above average precipitation across not just the Midwest, but the Central Plains, the Midwest, the Deep South, New England. These are all areas that are all in need of rain. So that would be a very good thing over the next 8 to 14 days. The monthly outlook for the month of July, above average temperatures, and for eastern parts of the state, it looks like we have above average precipitation. So we'll see if that holds true as we get going into the month of July. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast here. We always appreciate your time. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can shoot me an email, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. You can also find me on social media, Marcus Bailey Weather on Facebook and @Marcus Bailey on Twitter and Instagram as well. You can get our forecast for free anytime with our Storm Track A weather app and always online at our website, wishtv.com. And you can catch my forecast Monday through Friday on Wish TV Daybreak at 4 a.m. Hope to see you there. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.